Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day and you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being a part of this and for bringing me into your life for a brief moment every week. I really appreciate it. Right now, the world is in a little bit of unrest, and I appreciate you all taking some time to, like I said, bring me into your life. I really do appreciate it. As the world is in a little bit of unrest, I do want to take a moment just to send some thoughts and some good vibes and some prayers and everything out to Ukraine right now. Um, our family and our extended family have some really close ties to Ukraine, and just some special thoughts out to them right now. I know that they are have some, like I said, there's just some close connection to them, and so my all my thoughts and our prayers go out not just to Ukraine but also to those family members who they know who they are, and I just special, like I said, special thoughts to them during all of this. Even before all this, it's I'm very, those that are close to me, as anyone knows, that Mother Bear comes out. If I hold those that I love dear very, very close to me, and the Mother Bear comes out at any time that you dare cross any of them. Anyone that knows me. So during all this, it's just yeah, my heart goes out to everyone. If there was a way to bundle everyone up and not and protect everyone from pain and agony and heartache, I believe me, I would. And so just be kind as always. I know that I at the end of any sign off, I echo those same sentiments, and it's not just something I say; it's something I truly do believe. I was raised um, by a mother that there are not words to describe how incredible she is and she was, and to always you can always lend a helping hand. You can always serve others. Uh, and I know this is not normally the way that this show goes, and it's usually upbeat and full of life, and that's who I am. I just wanted, this is taking a little bit different turn here, but the world is such that I just think that this message needs to get out a little bit. That just be kind to one another, everyone. There's always something you can do for somebody else. It doesn't matter how little you have or how much you have. You can always serve one another. So as all this craziness is going on in the world, look to how you can serve someone else. Look what you can do to help another person. And I just want to just reiterate that uh, we can always do something to help someone else. And doesn't matter what you believe or whatever, wherever you are in life, just do something good in the world. And that may be as simple as opening a car door for someone, or opening a door for someone, or it can be something big or small, or a simple smile. But at the end of the day, just be a good person. So we'll get off of that. Like I said, it's just, there's a lot of craziness in the world, and we can all be better people. And I know that's something I strive for every single day. Um, and yeah, just we'll now transition, and there's no way to go transition from something very serious like that, and very whatever, to hey, let's go back to happy go lucky Brooke here. But it just be kind, be a good person. We can all be good people. So with that, all right, let's get into this Monday recap here. Michael Stewart, man, did he just brought a bunch of amazing, great things on Monday, or excuse me, on Friday. We're don't even know what day of the week it is now, man. It's on Friday. He brought a lot of great things on Friday, and just had a great little awesome tidbits of like common things he sees when dealing with a lot of dealerships, and he's dealt with a lot of dealerships, and loved having him on. So Michael, thank you so much for being on the show. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, go back and watch it. Find out, hey, am I doing this? Am I not doing this? Hey, is it something we can implement? Sometimes where we are in our position at a dealership, that we might not have the authority to do it, but we can take it and say, Mr. or Mrs. Higher up, is it okay if we implement this? Here's why we need to implement it. Let me know if you're doing the things that he suggested, or hey, we're already doing it, we really want to do this. Some of the key takeaways that I took from it. First and foremost, make sure, please, that you're sending your traffic for your consumers to the right listing. If it's a sales customer and they bought a vehicle from you, send them to the sales listing. If it's a service customer, do not send them to the sales listing. Google already thinks that we're spammy, and I don't know why, because once again, We're not. We're honest people. Like, by and large, we're honest people. So make sure you're sending the right traffic to the right listing. And then, like the tidbit we went through, if you stayed on the whole time, there was a little tidbit there on how, well, Brooke, if it's service, then we leave out the parts listing. What do we do? I'm not going to spoil it. Go back and watch it and figure out how to get more traffic to your parts listing and what to do there. The second thing we put on there that was that I took away from it is, and we'll get into this in another later on in a couple weeks on the traffic of the 30-day cycle and how that 30-day cycle does not line up with the e-commerce and how the car industry is, not auto industry, because the consumer journey is more 90 days. And that is it's a pain point and a frustration for our consumers. So how are we counteracting that? We have to put these ads out, and we put the advertising out for 30 days. And by the time the consumer gets and actually goes through that 90-day cycle, they went through three different ads. So it just is very confusing them. They're frustrated. And in some instances, not all, but they believe that, well, it says this, but I also know that I go into the store that if I just go talk to Bob over here, the manager is going to give me a completely different deal and a better deal. So why would I even trust your advertising? So there's all these different frustrations. And the 30-day cycle doesn't align with the 90-day cycle. And that was my second takeaway. My third takeaway with there that I really liked how he brought up was the custom ordering. Websites are not meant to deal at this current moment in time. And I think we're getting there. We're on the right track, but with inventory shortages. And so kind of some of the things he was talking about with what he's doing with some of his stores, that was a really good takeaway as well. So those are the three main things that I took away. And I think were just really great little nuggets for me, and hopefully you did too. Let me know what you all thought. What were some things that you took away from it? And once again, are you currently doing them? Is it something that we would like to do with that? Let us know. What do you find valuable in that? March is around the corner. We're on a February 28th right now, so we're end of month, going into a new month, March. Hopefully we're starting to see some sunshine now. Us personally, we're taking off to Florida here shortly. I'm super excited about it. I've traveled a lot in my life. The last time I was actually at Disney and rode the rides, I was 4 years old, had a bit of a traumatic experience. If my family's watching this, they'll remember I was 4. I had a little red and white pink polka dot bow. Why I remember this at 4 years of age, I have no idea. But I was so excited. I come from a large family. There are 6 kids in my family. At the time, my youngest brother, Jordan, he was on in the first episode. He hadn't been born. He was in my mom's stomach, but hadn't been born at the time. So I'm so excited. Can't wait to ride the ride. And I'm like sitting all super tall, and my bow is tall enough to get on the ride. But they tell me she's not old enough to ride the ride, or not tall enough. And I am heartbroken. And I just start bawling. I like literally devastated, like scarred for life. I couldn't believe I couldn't ride the ride. So my whole family goes and rides the ride, and I'm stuck. And my mom's like, "Don't worry about it, honey. Like, it's okay. Like, you'll be fine." And from that point, I have not been back to Disney. I've walked through Disney. I lived in Japan for a year. So in Osaka, Japan, they have Universal Studios. I walked around there, but I've never, since I was 4, ever been back to Disney to actually be at any part to ride the rides. So this upcoming week, we're heading out to Florida for a while and be able to enjoy the sun, get away from the craziness of the snow. We've gotten a lot of snow this week, so get away for a bit and actually get to experience Disney. So I'm so insanely excited to do that. We've got some friends down there, so spend some time with them. But super, super excited, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be tall enough to ride the ride now. So very, very excited about that part, that I can ride the rides and experience. And from a business aspect, I've always been very intrigued with Disney. And Chris, my other half, is he's taught me a lot he's been able to go behind the scenes with Disney and all about their business practices. And he's the one that actually taught me more about how Walt Disney did all of that. And he always kept, when he was in the auto industry for like 30 years, and always kept a laminated, a little card about how can't talk here, but what Walt Disney's best practices and what he would give to what they're called cast members. They're not called employees, they're called cast members, and just how to go about things and why he was so successful. And I was always very intrigued by that. So I'm really excited to go there, not just obviously to experiencing Disney and all of that, but just from the business aspect of how they treat everyone and their customer service and all of that. So very, very excited. And we will actually be doing the show on next Monday in Florida. So bringing a little bit of sunshine to all of the craziness here. So we've got the Florida, and then the week after that, we've got NADA, which is super exciting. Who's all going? What are you excited to see at NADA? What booths are you going to? Who are you excited to go listen to speak? Let me know. And then additionally, with all of there's so much packed into March here. We've got so much going on. We also have Women's History Month, and obviously being a female, that's something that hits home really, really big to me for obvious reasons why. We also just had the U.S. women's soccer team, just after a 6-year battle for equal pay, just settled. I believe it was, I'm going to check my facts here, but I believe it was $24 million that they settled. And that's something that growing up playing soccer, I played multiple sports growing up, but the two main ones I played were soccer and basketball. I started playing as pretty much the time that I was able to walk. I was playing soccer and basketball. Mia Hamm, I was diehard Mia Hamm lover, and to this day, I still love Mia Hamm. That whole legal battle, and we won't get a ton into it, but the whole thing just is so interesting to me on so many different levels of being a woman in a very male dominant space, and watching and experience a lot of the same things that they experienced from an equal pay and just how you're treated. And very, very interesting. Anyone that doesn't know, just a couple of tidbits of facts on this is that 6-year battle and the $24 million settlement. They are splitting $22 million. The other $2 million is to benefit players in their post-soccer careers and charitable efforts aiming at growing the sport for women. If you go back to 2018, the FIFA World Cup, the men's had 32 teams in it. There was a $400 million prize. France won it, and they got, I think it was 38 million. U.S. men didn't qualify. Then you go to 2019, the women's FIFA World Cup. There were 24 teams. The women won it again. They were competing for 30 million. The women got 4 million. So we just go back and forth of how there's this massive discrepancy of the women just continue to win. And there's this massive discrepancy of the pay. And you see this not just in sports, you see it in the workplace, the difference of pay in general of what it's everywhere. And it's not just women. I'm fully aware that it's not just women. You see it in races, you see it in everything. So it just got me, I'm very glad this was settled. I'm glad we're moving in the right direction. I find it coincidental that it's going into March that this was also, it's just, yeah. And like I said, being a woman and having my own business and a small business, that is something that's will never ever happen. You pay people equally. It doesn't matter. It's obviously based on merit, but yeah, it's something very, very, very near and dear to my heart, being who I am. So I now transition into this Friday. We have Josh Drean. For you all that don't know Josh, Josh is, as you all will meet him on Friday, is just a ball of positive energy, man. The first time I met him, I will never forget. We worked together about 10, 11 years ago. And I just knew from the moment I met him that this individual is just destined for greatness. And he has done just that. A little bit of background on him is HR-ish, but he's just more, he does motivational speaking. He does a little of everything. I don't want to spoil it too much, but we're going to get into more of empowering your employees and employee-centric culture. And we get into some deep thoughts of it, as well as towards the end, it kind of got even a little bit more deeper. So more deeper, which is absolutely horrible English there and grammar. So I apologize to all my English and grammar teachers out there, because I am a grammar nut and I just did more deeper, which is atrocious there. But so excited for you all to meet him and to hear from him. And he has got so many amazing things to provide, to give all of us. And while yes, did he spend some time in the auto industry, Yes. So he does have that to offer to our industry. He has so much more to offer to so many different things as well. It's empowering your employees. How can we go and say, check in, hey, is this working for you? Is this not? How can I better serve you and make things better for you and our team so that we can all succeed? Because what has happened prior to the pandemic to what is happening during the pandemic to what is happening now, employees now are they are to a point that, hey, I can leave, I can get a better thing, I can get this, I can get that. So in order to keep our teams together and to make the most successful uh, business, we got to make sure that our employees are happy. And I'm sorry, a ping pong table is not that. It's not. So how are we keeping employees? How are we retaining the employees? How are we then recruiting and hiring quality talent? Because I can go and just grab anybody I want and sit them in a chair, but that's not going to retain that. So just a little bit of everything, but more or less is in that culture and going through it. And there's just so many different things we talk about in this next session. So I am so excited to have you all, like I said, be a part of it and learn from it. And yeah, super excited. And he comes with a load of resume as well, where he has been on the Today Show. He was the Harvest Business Innovation Lab. His YouTube channel is blown up with like hundreds of thousands and millions of views. So super excited for you all to meet him. And to wrap this all up, be safe this week. Have a great week. I can't wait to see you all on Friday. And as always, be a good person. Lend a helping hand when you need one, when someone needs one. If you feel, hey, I feel like I should, have that, I need to pick up the phone and call someone, just call them. Don't think about it. Don't hesitate. Pick up the phone and call someone and tell them that you love them, that you care about them. Life is short. Let someone know that you care about them and love them. So everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. And we will see you all on Friday. Have a wonderful rest of your day.